Hello and welcome to Gross Commission, Truth in Real Estate Brokerages, where we help you understand the truth about the real estate brokerage industry so you can make smart decisions about your real estate career, earn more money, and keep more of the money you make. This is Kevin Cahill.
And this is Lisa Cahill.
We're so glad to be back with you. Today I'd like to talk about third-party portals and the stranglehold that they often have on real estate agents. And there is yet a new iteration, a new version of the handcuffs that these third-party lead generation platforms are foisting on real estate agents. I scroll through Instagram and I often see real estate agents on there because, of course, I'm a real estate agent. And I follow a bunch of real estate agents and many others just show up in my feed. And I saw one agent from the Seattle market area super excited that he had just joined a new program being offered by one of the third-party portals. And I don't like to name names and disparage companies specifically. I'm more talking about the mindset that we as real estate agents have and need to have in order to have the best outcomes in our business. So this agent says, hey, super excited, I'm now a part of this new program that this third-party portal has going, and here's my cute little icon badge that shows that I'm now a member of that program. So I'm like, I don't know what that program is. So I go to the third-party portal's website and look for this program. And it is a new program that they offer where they provide leads to real estate agents for no upfront cost, but then when an agent closes a transaction with one of their leads, they pay a referral fee or what they call a success fee on the back end. And what that means is that these third-party portals are wedging themselves in between us real estate agents and our clients and extracting a 30%, 35%, 40% fee. And on their website, they say that the closing fees vary by market area and market conditions. And they even say that once you start having some success closing these transactions, well, then we'll give you even more of them locally. So what that means is you're competing against other local agents to even get a crack at these transactions, and then you're going to pay 30 or 35 or 40% on the back end for having had the privilege of receiving their leads, which you should have gone out and created on your own. Your own marketing should be reaching your own clients directly. Now, let me just give you a little bit of a math lesson here. If this is let's say it's a $400,000 home sale, and the local average commission on the buy side is about 2.5%, as it seems to be nationally. According to national real estate companies that have to report these things in their annual letters to shareholders, 2.5% on a $400,000 transaction is a $10,000 commission check. And then you give 40% or 35% or 30% to this national portal, which now is a real estate brokerage in multiple market areas. That means you're paying $3,000, $3,500, or $4,000 for one lead. Now, here's the problem. That's a ton of money. And if you spent that money on your own advertising each month, you would be so far ahead. You would not be dependent on any third-party portal. You would actually be eliminating their wedge between you and your client, and you would just be reaching out directly to your own clients, and then you would be earning $10,000 on those transactions. And you probably wouldn't just have one per month. You'd probably have multiple high-end transactions per month. That's what we do. That's what we teach our agents. That's what we do at our brokerage REALean. We teach our agents how to go directly to the consumer and create the relationship authentically up front so that our agents aren't paying this type of 30%, 35%, 40% referral fee on leads. Oh, and by the way, that's only on the closed leads. That means you're probably also putting in a lot of effort on stuff that never works. and you're having to answer the phone and be quick to respond, or else they're going to give it to somebody else in your local market area. We just don't do this. We've done it in the past. About 8 years ago, we used to do that.
We did, and it was an incredible waste of time. It was buyers. In our business right now, we focus on sellers, and we have a system where we have sellers consistently calling us, and it's very efficient to work with the sellers instead of the buyers. But we did have situations where we would answer a phone call the person back. They would be annoyed because you were like the fourth or fifth real estate agent that had called them in the last 10 minutes.
And we just got the lead 2 seconds ago.
Right, and then...
That means other people got leads, the same lead 10 minutes ago.
And then we one time set up an appointment with someone, and we showed up, and there was another agent there for the same lead. And it was just awful. We just backed away and we said, there has to be a better way. We're just not dealing with this with our time. It was a huge waste of time, and it was expensive back then.
We were standing at that property waiting for our client, and we said hello to this other agent, which is not at all unusual. New on the market listings are often going to have multiple showings on day one. And when a woman arrived at the property, this other agent calls out the buyer's name, whatever her name was, Betty Smith or whatever. He says, "Hello, are you Betty?" And she says, "Yes, I am." And then we said, "Are you Betty Smith?" And she says, yes, I am." And we're like, "We're here to meet you." And the other guy says, "Yeah, and I'm here to meet you." And we're like, "Did you make 2 appointments for the same time with 2 different real estate agents?" And she said, "Oh, I was confused." And we're like, "Well, you're going to be fine with this other agent. We're not going to mess around with this."
And we got busy, and we figured out a way to not have to deal with that, because it ended up being a huge waste of our time and a waste of our money. And we talked to other agents too. When we were looking for properties, we would get an agent on the phone and we'd say, "How is this working out for you?" "Not really. I only get 2 or 3 leads, and it's just not panning out." And I said, "Well, I'm so sorry that I was one of your leads that isn't panning out." And they're just making money off of agents for wasting their time. And at the end of the day, it just isn't as profitable as if you had figured out how to do your own ads and get your own seller clients, not so much the buyers. The buyers just show up. I mean, our business is about 90 to 95% sellers. And it's so much more efficient. We work way less than we used to, and we make about 3 times as much as we used to. And we just have it perfected, and it just works out just great.
Well, we'd be happy to share with you what we do. You're welcome to visit our website, REALean.com. If you'd like to schedule a time to talk with me directly about our brokerage, we have offices in multiple states. We have training and coaching programs available. Just visit apply.realean.com, and you can get on my schedule. I'd be delighted to talk with you. What's interesting about this, when you think about a $3,000 or $3,500 or $4,000 referral fee, it's so expensive compared to the paid advertising we do, which generates clients at about the cost of about $400 to $450 of paid advertising for a transaction that closes at about $10,000.
It's incredible.
So it's like 1/10 the cost to generate our own leads and then keep all that extra money. And not only that, but when we invest whatever amount we invest each month in our advertising, we're actually generating multiple opportunities per month, and they're mostly sellers, which are the more efficient side of the business.
So your cost per lead goes down and down and down as you create that momentum. For instance, we just had a client that we didn't even pay for him. He bought one of our listings, and he went on to use us to sell 3 more properties for him. So it was about $2 million worth of business that we did from just this one person. And that's the momentum that you build up when you start to attract these seller clients like we have.
Well, and everybody knows sellers are the way to go. We're able to service multiple sellers at any one time, 20 active and pending listings we can handle at any given moment. There's no way we could handle more than 2 or 3 active, serious buyers during a typical week. So in every way, it's the better way to scale your business. And I just find it appalling that real estate agents feel like this is exciting. I'm involved in this program that doesn't cost me anything up front, but actually costs me a boatload of money at the back end if I have success. And they're funding the beast that is trying to devour the real estate agent.
And time is a cost. Once you spend your time, you can't get it back. And we got to the point where we dreaded that phone to ring.
From that third party.
From that, and we're like, oh gosh, we just canceled it finally.
Do you realize that if it were not for one particular seller, and we had one client that bought with us through that third party portal, over the course of probably a 24-month effort, that would have been a huge money loser for us.
Well, it barely paid for itself.
It barely paid for itself. It paid for itself only because we had one buyer that actually worked out for us.
Just one.
So real estate agents, you just need to be smart about your lead gen. You need to be smart about how you're actually strategizing. And we've cracked the code. So we would invite you to visit with us at REALean.com to learn more. And you can jump on my calendar by visiting apply.realean.com. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. We really enjoy helping other people.
You've been listening to Gross Commission, Truth in Real Estate Brokerages with Kevin Cahill,
And Lisa Cahill.
where we help you understand the truth about the real estate brokerage industry so you can make smart decisions about your real estate career, earn more money, and keep more of the money you make. Visit us at REALean.com to learn more about our company and to access our resources. Franchise opportunities are available across the country.
Please be sure to subscribe to our podcast and share with your friends. Goodbye for now.